Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Internet Friends, the episode where they sadly sent me back to America.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
We'll
I
take
mean,
him.
yeah, you tried shredding your passport, and they just still stamped.
I was, I only
They
got
put
a
it back
stamp in
together.
Ireland. They didn't stamp for England.
They didn't stamp for England.
No, they basically just have you scan it, and they're just like, yeah, okay, come on in.
Oh, boo.
They didn't even stop me in customs. They just straight up just let you walk right in.
Oh, what's that like?
It's just like, I know I'm white, but come on. I at least got interrogated in Ireland. I appreciated that. Like the Irish border agent actually did grill us a little bit, which I respected. But yeah, England, they're just like, yeah, just come on in.
Yeah, just whatever.
Well, fine.
You got 16 cartons of cigarettes? No, then we don't care. Get on in.
It's just like, we're not gonna check your bag. So if you tell us you don't have it, it's fine.
Yeah,
Also,
it's totally cool.
Dude, tobacco in England prices are insane.
I know.
Holy
because
shit.
There was a show that I used to watch. It was a British show that they put on YouTube, and it was British Customs.
Yeah.
And 90% of that show is people being pulled out of line, opening up the bag, and it's just all cigarettes in their suitcase.
Yeah.
For this black market.
Yeah, no, it's straight up just I was just like, oh, I'm not drinking right now. I did have some Guinness when I was in Dublin because, when in Rome, or in this case, Dublin. It's just that was fine. That was my relapse, quote unquote. But, I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll go get a cigar. He's just like, okay, yeah, well, here's some cigar shops you can go check out. You look at their prices, it's just that's a $3 cigar in America, and you're charging 28 pounds, which is $70 US.
That's brutal.
Jeez.
Also, it really sucks having to do math just to, how much money you're spending, converting to pounds.
Wait a second. Okay, carry the one. Okay, fuck it, whatever. Bottle.
Basically, it was just kind of oh yeah, $6, £6. That's nothing. It's just that's $15. What the fuck?
Oh no.
And what's worse is because everybody uses Google Pay and Apple Pay and everything else like that. It's just it just does it for you, so and it doesn't bother telling you the conversion when you do it. It's just oh yeah, no, you just do that. You're just gonna have to check
Later problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do the ba-bing and move on with your life. Don't even think about it.
But yeah.
That's
but anyways,
so brutal.
if anybody wants to check out any of the photos that I took, you could go to my Instagram. All of them are over there on TCK Photo, and basically
Great pictures.
Yep, it was nice getting back into my photojournalism roots for a bit.
I liked seeing that from you. I really did. I miss your photography. I wish you would do it more.
Yeah, I'm just so bored of Northern Virginia and DC at this point. There's just nothing visually interests me out here.
Super
That's fair. Yeah.
I can. It's just also they don't like it when you take pictures in DC. They get whenever you have a camera anywhere near a government building, they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
And you're just you realize most of these some of these are the most commonly photoed buildings out there. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, that's what I was doing for the last week or so. How have you guys been?
Bo was sick all weekend, so I was worried about
baby.
that. And just, tired, diarrhea every time he stood up. And I'm he got into something. Do I take him to the vet? I don't really have the money for that. But and then third day, he goes out, has an accident, comes back in, lays down for 5 minutes, and then literally tackles me with his ball. And I'm oh, so I guess you're feeling better now. Okay, good. And he's been completely normal ever since Sunday night.
Oh,
and brand.
Yeah. But there were a couple days there where I'm staying up I'm waking up in the middle of the night to him needing to go out. And I'm I had to get one of those fucking Glade plug-in things because it didn't matter how well I cleaned this carpet. My room smelled like chemicals and a faint lingering shit for 2 days after that. And so that was fun. But that was my weekend. Everything else was fine.
That's fucking brutal. Similar but different. Theo was sick the week before, so he was hiding when I came home from work, and when cats are hiding, that's something super super wrong. And I stayed up with him all night, and it was kind of a very similar decision. I was like, okay, do I wait to call his regular vet tomorrow morning and assume it's going to be okay, or do I go to the emergency vet now, which is 1800 the second you walk in that door? So I'm just like, okay, like weighing that option all night, and eventually I was like, okay, he's eating, he's using the litter box, he just doesn't want to come out from under the bed, so he's doing okay. I'm gonna take the risk, and hopefully it's worth it. He had a pancreatitis flare up, so that was a cool $600 vet visit, but certainly better than 1800, so I will take it. And now we're on different meds, but he's feeling pretty good. So although he can't jump anymore, which is very sad, but he just turned 16, so he's an old guy, so it is what it is. But he's doing his best, so he's eating and he's acting like himself. So pets, man, the worst and the best thing to ever happen to you. So.
Well, I was thinking about like how a lot of parents get upset over like dog mom or cat mom or dog dad because they're not really kids. And I'm like, oh yeah, then why have I been texting my mom with updates over the color of Bo's shit? Because this one was a little darker. Does that mean blood? Should I be really concerned? Is that like...
Yeah.
It's so true. I'm like, I would do anything for this fucking 7-pound cat. Let me tell you, I would lay my life on the line for this animal.
We're all part of the childless millennial council. Like, we're basically card-carrying members. That being said, like, I do recommend, if you ever even considering having a child, definitely like have an animal. Not just that. Like, get them when they're a baby and have them go through the entire process.
Yes,
because holy
I agree.
Shit.
I know there are times when Bo's bugging me and I'll be like, but just leave me the fuck alone for a little bit. And I'm like, I could never say that to a child.
Well, like, I call Wesley like a crackhead like every morning, which in my defense, he is a crackhead. But
fair.
But we love him.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, pets and working too much. That's literally been my life. I have a little mini vacation this weekend, and I'm just every day. I'm just like one day closer. We just gotta get through today. Just gotta get through tomorrow. So we're getting there.
Well, speaking of vacations, that brings us to our homework assignment, and we watched Muppet Treasure Island. So Caribbean Cruise, something along those lines.
Those rats were having the best time of their lives.
I completely forgot about that part of the movie until watching it. I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot how weird they sneak in this weird adult shit that like breaks the fourth wall and like it's completely dissonant from like everything in the story.
Yeah, that reminded me of a thought I had, which was this movie does what Space Jam thinks it's doing. Because like if you watch Space Jam, there's a lot of jokes where you're like, who is this for? Why would you put? And then watching this, what kid is going to know the Marlon Brando reference in Tim Curry's song? Right. I didn't as a kid, but I appreciate it, and it works. Like that kind of humor works in the Muppets, and it doesn't in something like Space Jam, a movie I also love. But
I will say like this is a little more timeless, whereas like Space Jam was like is a very time and a place. Like I think it's probably still super fun to watch, but I'm sure it's very dated in a lot of ways. Where this is, you can watch this whenever you want, and I think it's still super enjoyable.
I agree with that, but I think a lot of that is like this was a good refresher on Muppets' place in pop culture, because you kind of do forget that it's just like, oh no, like the Muppets always catered to an older audience more than anything else. Like it was for kids, and there's different properties that they've done that's been more kid friendly, but it's always had a more adult edge, and people sometimes forget about that about Henson properties.
Yeah, they do, because you think of like Sesame Street, and like that's kind of the most well-known Henson property, yet every other thing Henson has ever done has been for adults, except for the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. That was kind of the end of my point. I was going to list a bunch of shit, and then you listed all the things I was going to list. So never mind.
Way to step on the point.
Oh, those weird Saturday Night Live clips from the first season that everyone hated. That was the Muppets.
Yep.
I guess I'm the only one who's seen those. All right, then.
No idea what you're talking about.
All right. Jump in. Favorite song?
Oh.
When you're a professional pirate.
Yes, that's the obvious answer.
That, like, it's just like that's the main Tim Curry number, and God, does he fucking nail it?
Oh, Tim Curry in this.
Oh,
Tim
what
motherfucking Curry.
So
what a
yeah.
treasure of a person.
Just so awesome.
So I took the liberty of actually watching the Muppet Christmas Carol last night with Michael Caine, and so it reminds me of the meme. It's just like Michael Caine is great in Muppet Christmas Carol because he treats the Muppets like his fellow actors. Tim Curry is great in Muppet Treasure Island because he treats himself like a fellow Muppet.
Yeah,
100%.
That's 100%.
And
Yeah,
he's done so many amazing like kind of characters throughout the years. Like he fits this so perfectly that where like he could have done like a straight live action Long John Silver and nailed it. But the campiness of the Muppets, like he just met it where it was at and still played it straight.
yeah. Bree.
I was gonna say,
Sorry.
I have almost nothing to say about this movie. And not it's not good. It's because it's so good. And there's like, I'm like, what do you like? I didn't write any notes about this because I was just like, it was just a fun time. It was just like, this is definitely a movie you could put on really any time for any reason. And I think you can kind of pop in and out. Yeah, Tim Curry's a fucking, I mean, what a treasure of a person. Like genuinely just a gem. And this is such a time and a place where he was just absolutely peak. And I don't know, it's cute and it's funny. That's like all I have to say about it. It was an enjoyable watch. I sat and watched the whole thing, which is a rarity for me. So currently going through my ADHD screening. So let me tell you, I can't watch things like front to back, but I was able to watch this front to back for the most part. So I don't really have much more than that. Like it was, I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Like I feel like this is one of the things like it would be on and I'd see bits and pieces of it. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched the full thing, but I was happy I did. So.
It was heavy. It was in my heavy rotation as a kid with like all the VHSs we owned. So like I remember watching this a lot as a kid.
Mm.
Same.
And like honestly putting it on was just like the nostalgia like train that I ended up was just like, oh, I remember all of this. Like every memory of every beat just kind of unlocked. Obviously there's some things that like, you know, you remember differently as kids, specifically the quality of the sets, which I will say they're not bad. It's just as a kid, they seemed a lot more grand in EOS and like not so much just like, oh, they're on like a sound stage and like, like the actual island. I was just like, oh wow, that was like way, way smaller of a thing than I had it in my head when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was one thing is that like it is so much smaller than I remember it. And it's like very clearly sound stages and they're getting their space, but yeah, you're right. It is. I remember it being this sprawling epic and then you watch it and you're like, "Oh no."
Which in fairness, it makes sense that it does, but like it just does go to show how much like, you know, we let our imaginations kind of just take the wheel back when we were younger. Also, you know, converting to like higher definition from like, you know, back in the day. Awesome. We weren't supposed to watch this movie in that many pixels.
Yeah. Oh, nothing to do with Muppet Treasure Island. Have either of you seen the discourse around the Mad Men HD re-release? Like,
oh yeah, where they forgot to paint out like the guy. You okay, Seth?
I'm back. I think.
Okay.
You were fine on my end.
Totally fine for me. I was like, "Are you?"
No, everything froze.
Okay. Yeah, it was probably just you thing. As I was saying,
that had to look so weird from your guys' perspective. Just someone starts talking, and I'm like, "Oh no! Oh god! Oh no!"
Should I be?
You look like somebody who just saw Two Girls, One Cup for the first time.
Throwback.
But no, yeah, I've seen like the stuff with like they didn't go back and paint out some of the like background tasks, like stuff where like there was the vomit scene and you can see the guy who like operates it and everything else. Basically, not doing due diligence for a remaster.
Yeah, no, it's wild. That was all I really had to say about it. Was have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I have not.
That...
No.
Yeah, so moral of the story is if you're going to remaster something, maybe go through the footage and make sure that everything's correct.
Yeah, maybe make sure
that John Hamm meme that's going around right now. I thought that's
I love that.
It's really good. It's a great meme.
It is. I saw one. Have you seen it, Aaron?
I've missed it.
All right, it's like when someone does something, or when I finally get home from work, and then it's just this clip of John Hamm dancing like this to like a very specific song. He's just
okay.
It's so good every time. I have not seen a bad one. So.
My favorite one, which again isn't a testament to how good this movie is that we're all like, yeah, no, good. What else has been going on? But my favorite one was a person with hearing aids. And it was when I finally get too overstimulated and I turn my hearing off. And then it was just the clip of John Hamm dancing with no music behind it.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that good?
Applications. I really love it. Check it out. Great format. Great format.
Very good format. Highly recommend. Going back to like stuff that like we didn't recognize in this movie when we were kids. A note I had in this one was like, I know Miss Piggy is like a sex symbol. I forgot that she fucks. Like canonically, she fucks, and good for her. Get that dick, girl. But the pirate captain, Kermit the Frog, and Long John Silver all in one movie. Like, like, get it, girl. Fucking work.
Yeah, sticking out of the train of things I forgot about. I forgot that they did the weird ending where they all ended up in the same outfit with the same like sword, just completely randomly, and like that's how they end the movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was just like, I don't remember that as a kid, and like that was really like that is like such a weird way to end like this film. Like it's just completely left field, like complete dissonance. But like it's just like yeah, it's a Muppet movie. Just
go with it.
Yeah.
You bought into a character.
You do see Tim Curry kind of start to go like, what the fuck's happening? A couple of times.
Yeah.
There. He's just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Why is he cutting all the buttons off my shirt? These aren't killing blows. These aren't anything.
Oh, that's right. This is a Muppet movie.
Yeah.
I did have like a super small note, and this is like, I don't want to make fun of a kid by any means. However, I feel like the kid's singing voice. I heard this recently. Where somebody so when somebody does falsetto, you either have to be really good, and anything less than really good is awful. And there's really like it's just like, and that is what this like. I'm sure in a couple of years, I mean, I don't know what this person's trajectory was, but I'm just like, with a little more training might have been good, but I'm just like, oh, this is so pitchy, and like it is just a kind of a sensory nightmare for me, and I would love this to be over. So it is just again, I don't want to make fun of a kid, but like yikes.
I will gladly. Kid fucking sucks and is easily the worst part of this movie. and every time I watch it, we get to his first number, which is the second number after the burying treasure scene. It starts and I'm like, do I like this movie? Or is it just nostalgia carrying me through this? And then the rest of the movie continues on. And I'm like, oh, no, it's just him. It's just that falsetto. Like you said.
Yeah, no, I do think the Jim Hawkins is like the weakest part of this film by a long shot. Because I stan Gonzo and Rizzo's dynamic in everything that they do in the Muppets. I like how like Gonzo just was completely like fully into it, and then Rizzo's just like that fourth wall kind of breaking, just like very jester like.
Yeah, I'm not here for any of this except for the food and to make bank off of all of these other rats that I brought on board.
Oh, amazing.
So what else about this movie? Oh,
so this is the problem when we get like watch something that we all universally like.
I know.
We're just like, yes, good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking while like trying to like gather my thoughts about the movie, I was like, I'm really glad that I have started keeping a list of potential homework assignments, because there have been many times that I have just thrown something out having forgot it was my turn, and then it's like I watch it and go, there's nothing to talk about here. It's just a good thing. I don't know how we're going to get an episode out of this. And that was my experience with this. Is it was like I tried taking notes, and after a minute I was just like,
See,
I mean,
my strategy with that is just to consistently rage bait you guys, which is why I made us watch the sequel trilogy.
yeah.
Smart.
Oh, there is some rage bait on my list.
I have one coming up. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I was gonna try and think of something, but my brain's not working too good. So
it's really interesting how, because like I didn't realize until I looked it up when I was watching Muppet Christmas Carol last night, where it's just like, wait, when did Jim Henson die? And like he died in 1990, so he actually was dead before they made these films. So
wow.
And that was kind of an interesting like moment I had where it's just like, man, what would he have thought of these? Because they are a little bit different from some of the older Muppet like properties, like especially in the Muppet Show and like some of the Muppet movies from like the mid to late 80s.
Yeah, that is a really good question, because you look at something like the Dark Crystal. He was moving in a like, I want to create something much more serious. I want to start like pulling away from comedy, and like that movie was originally supposed to be entirely in a fictional language that he was going to create, and then some executive was like, no,
Please
no,
don't.
you cannot do that.
He's like, you're Jim Henson, you're not Tolkien.
Yep. Yeah. Even George R.R. Martin isn't coming up with his own languages.
Yeah, he's just gonna use the word milky white to describe women and just move on.
Love.
that is 90% of reading Game of Thrones is just her milky wet skin, and this is 15 paragraphs on what her breasts look like, and that's hyperbole, but it is a big portion of the book.
Sure.
Martin is a tit man. Yes.
Good on him.
Yeah, hey.
Man knows what he likes.
Yep, incest and tits. That's Game of Thrones for you.
Oh God.
But yeah, no. So like, going back to like the Jim Henson, like what he would have thought of it, because I know I've talked a lot about Christmas Carol, but it really is weird how, even watching it now, the Muppets don't feel out of place at any given point of time, even though they are like super cartoony and just over the top. But like, even now as an adult, it's like they feel like actual people and characters in the world and in the space, and not just like, oh yeah, this is a Muppet. This is some
This is a youth pastor doing this. You know. Well, and I think that really stands to the dedication of the Henson Corporation, because you have like when they are arriving to the ship, and it's like this wide shot that is filled with human actors, Muppet actors, and it is like you immediately just buy it. You immediately buy that this is what this universe is.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Yeah.
Muppets, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Kids, the worst.
Yeah. They suck.
I was about to say, all these things are just basically our battles. Tim Curry's great. Muppets are fun. Kids suck. Stop putting them in shows and movies.
Don't let them sing. Don't let them
sing. Hey, we got one good child star who could sing, and it was in The Grinch. And even that song annoys the fuck out of me.
In fairness, she did better music when she got older.
She did. Did you see that? She did. I was just gonna say that.
I actually hate it, but I think that's really.
Yeah, so do I.
Real bad. She's great. I like her a lot.
She is. But no, I saw a TikTok that was like someone being a Netflix executive, and they were like, "Hey, to be fair, we casted these kids when they were 11 years old. We had no idea the acting would suck in season 5 of Stranger Things at the time.
It would have helped if you didn't make your, production like schedule like 3-year gaps and like give them all time to get canceled and develop bad egos and habits and, let Drake slide into your DMs and act like that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
I've never watched Stranger Things. Should I not get on this train? Like, is it not worth it at this point?
I've watched every season except for the 5th because of Noah Strapp. Season 1 is actually very good. It is like an 80s horror movie throwback. It is very influenced by Stephen King. The rest of the seasons, you can tell that they really only planned out the first season. Yeah. And it's like, oh shit, we got a second season. What are we doing now? And it's not that there aren't good moments in those seasons. It's just nothing has lived up to that first year.
Yeah. Well, like it was originally supposed to be like an anthology, like kind of series, like Twilight Zone kind of style, where like every season was supposed to be a different story.
That makes the title make sense.
But yeah, but like they... Again, like, the first season was so popular, and because they do end on kind of a cliffhanger, sort of. Not really.
Yeah.
Like they could have, like, again, they could have just moved on. But, yeah, I didn't even really like the first season to begin with. It never really grabbed me all that well. I will say, like, because I know you're not an 80s person. So, like that, but their interpretation of the 80s is more similar to like how RoboCop was, where it's just like, we don't pretend the 80s were great.
Okay. I will say, and I think I might have mentioned this in a previous pod, but I have seen the first episode, I think 3 times, in the sense that I was hooking up with people while it was playing in the background 3 separate times. So, I've heard
now
about it.
Bree now knows if somebody wants to put on Stranger Things, she's like, she's either going to hook up with you or she's going to never speak to you again. One of the two.
Lose my number. I've blocked you already.
But yeah, I mean, but that is ultimately the roll of the dice with child actors anyway, is because either you get like a Jake Lloyd from Phantom Menace, which was not his fucking fault. We've talked about it.
He was just a fucking kid.
He was. But then from time to time, you'll get like Scarlett Johansson. I don't know. She was a child star, I guess. Ryan Gosling. He was in the Disney show.
Yeah, I was thinking like the Harry Potter kids with like Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh yeah,
and Emma Watson. Like that's a very good example. Obviously, we don't support Harry Potter properties here on the show, but
no.
So those actors have all gone on to like do like actually pretty good work.
I love that you pulled a very relevant reference, and I'm pulling from movies from the early 80s and late 70s.
It's part of our personality, Seth. You're just...
I was like, Scarlett Johansson was a child actor. I will say, to your credit, I went to Christian Bale as a child actor, so I'm just like, I don't think that's any more relevant.
Christian Bale was a child actor?
Yeah, Newsies.
Yes. So I guess I don't know how old he was in that. He wasn't like a child. He was
like preteen to like preteen to early teens.
Yeah.
Right.
So not child.
Yeah, if I remember right, and I'm probably getting all of these details wrong, Scarlett was in because we know each other. Was in,
Star.
I think she was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High when she was like 13, or one of those style movies.
I know she was doing stuff like teen movies. Like she was actually like she's a lot younger than you realize she is.
Yeah,
I'm fact checking right now. So
okay, good. Logging on.
Yeah, like that, because I saw one of those things where like they were going through like actors like filmography throughout their careers and like showing their age, and like I think like the first thing that she was like 8, 9, but like she was playing teenagers by the time she was like 11, And like they
Yeah,
were like recent enough movies where it's just like, oh, ScarJo's actually pretty young.
yeah. I'm the youngest. I'm like, because I'm looking at all these like older ones. I'm like, I don't think anybody would know any of these movies. But she isn't a girl with a pearl earring. I had to watch that for an art history class once, so
Oh, okay.
she's pretty young.
Yeah. It's all fun and games till you get to the Woody Allen movies that she was in.
Oh, we don't talk about Woody Allen.
Oh no.
If you say his name one more time, he'll appear.
my favorite thing about, I'm not going to say his name a third time, but about his movies is that you hear from like older generations of comedians, like the boomer generation, Gen X comedians. They're like, his movies are so great. His movies are so great. And then you put one on and every single one is just a neurotic man being like, but how do I pay for the taxi? I don't know how they charged me too much. And it's like
the same people who thought like Seinfeld was like peak comedy.
Hey now.
Still never watched an episode all the way through. I do not understand Jerry Seinfeld or his humor whatsoever. What's going on with this stuff? I don't get it. That's basically Jerry Seinfeld.
Airplane food. Right. He has one good joke. But that I'm not going to tell. But I grew up with Seinfeld. Very irresponsibly, my parents let me watch it with them when I was a wee young lad. And so I have nostalgia for Seinfeld. I still enjoy Seinfeld. Could any single episode work in the modern day? No, cell phones exist.
Yeah.
But it's not as problematic as you'd assume, being from the late 80s, early 90s.
It just amuses me that you think that like watching Seinfeld too young for you was like cute when my dad was watching South Park with me when I was in kindergarten.
Fair.
But that just goes back to like why I'm so desensitized from everything. Like nothing shocks me whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm just like
just nothing can pierce the callus that you have grown.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's like, I can't believe they didn't said this. And I was just like, whatever.
Who cares? Like, Bree, what was the problematic thing your parents let you watch growing up?
Well, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if Seinfeld was like, I feel like it was like adjacent to watching The Simpsons at some point. So I feel like maybe I had seen a couple of episodes. It was like either like right after or something. So I'm just like, but yeah, my dad loved it, and I think I don't know, it's again one of those things that like I think I was too young to comprehend anything, and I was just like, oh, this is a boring adult show. Can we watch The Simpsons or anything else? Thank you so much. So,
well, The Simpsons was also very like weird in that like it was a very adult show and like very dark, like from the jump. But like when it was on the air and like when they were airing reruns, because I remember coming home and like the first thing you did when you came home from school, like the first rerun that was on TV was The Simpsons. So like it was just like, so it's not even like you had to like stay up late or something to watch Simpsons. Like it was on.
Yeah, it wasn't like a Conan O'Brien where like you felt kind of naughty staying up that late and watching the show with a masturbating bear, you know, or like anything Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was bad until I had like a very Christian friend where they're just like, your parents let you watch The Simpsons? I was like, oh yeah, we watch it like during dinner. What do you mean? I was like, what's so bad about that? What do you mean?
Well, there was like a clear difference between kids whose parents actively let them watch like edgier, more adult shows, and the kids who had to go behind their parents' back and watch it. Like, that was kind of the separation. Because the kids who's like, because I'm in the category of like, I was watching South Park with my dad, so like I at least had an adult, quote unquote, depending on how you define my dad as an adult at the time. Like if like he was watching it with me, so he at least had the ability to like explain things to me, or like kind of like see if I was internalizing anything that like needed to kind of get nipped in the bud.
Oh sure.
Whereas like there's like the group of kids who like have like the bootleg copies of like South Park DVDs, and they're just basically like repeating jokes that they heard and don't have any context for what that means.
Yeah, you got a little more nuance to it, which I think is an important distinction for sure.
It is, especially with South Park.
Yeah, it's like when a kid learns a slur for the first time and they just start saying it, and like nobody came in to tell them. It's like, okay, so that word is bad for several reasons, and here's why, and here's the history of it. Whereas the kid's just like parroting what it says and has no context.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, because it's just words. You know, you're a kid. You're learning new shit. You're just, it's the I don't know what this word means, so I'm just going to use it until somebody tells me I'm doing it wrong.
I'm a white kid in the suburbs. It's probably fine. So.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved to Northern Virginia, I was walking into a Target and there was like a kid who was probably like, I want to say like 12, maybe 13. And like, I could tell he was just saying stuff that he probably heard on like a Call of Duty lobby, but he was just throwing out the N-word. And it's like, I got a white kid. I'm just like, look, I know I'm not supposed to be children, but somebody needs to kick your ass.
100%.
Yeah, teach you a lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muppet Treasure Island, racism.
Yeah. We did it. We did it, everybody. We did it.
Good job.
Most racist Muppet. Why is it Sweetums? I love Sweetums, by the way.
Yeah, Sweetums is great. Most ableist Muppet, the blind guy at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, that was such a weird bit.
It was.
Oh, I forgot about that completely. Oh no!
My favorite part is that he's French.
Yeah. Oh, Blind Pierre. That's his name. Yeah.
Pick the most stereotypical.
The original Muppets they had to make for this, because there's a lot of Muppets that they made specifically for this movie that like you don't see in any other Muppets property.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the goat shows up anywhere else.
The goat, like that main core like pirate group doesn't really show up in anything else.
I've said this before and I will say it again. I need to be strapped to that thing, that torture device they strapped Gonzo to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would feel so good on my lower back. And like,
it is one of those things where it's just like I do like explain like, sometimes you code yourself with certain characters. It's like I'm definitely Gonzo coded. It's just like, ooh, dangerous thing. Do that.
Yeah.
Shoot me out of cannon, sign me up.
Oh, you've never been shot out of a cannon. It is a lovely experience.
Self-preservation instinct. What's that?
Yeah, why? That is, I see videos on TikTok of people like skydiving, people like doing extreme sport, riding bicycles down like huge mountain trails. And I'm like, there was a time in my life before my brain fully developed where I was like, absolutely, I will do that in a heartbeat. And then I hit 25 and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Once the frontal lobe is just like, hey, by the way, that shit will kill you.
Yeah. I know part of me wanted to do that ever. Y'all are wild. So I'm just like, I don't understand.
Oh, me and my friends used to climb up onto roofs just to jump off of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Purposely sledding.
If I get a running start down like the slanted roof, I like just jump right before the gutter. I should land in the deep end of the pool perfectly for the best cannonball possible.
Yes. Oh my god. And then like every once in a while someone would bring a skateboard up on the roof and be like, guys, I'm gonna ride the skateboard down. And they're like, you're gonna hit the gutter. Dude, you don't even know how to do an ollie. You're gonna hit the gutter and go flying. And he's like, no, I'm not. Watch. And then he drops the skateboard down, hits the gutter, skateboard goes like 360ing off the roof. And we're like, fucking told you, dude. This is why women live longer than men, by the way.
Yeah, there was a stretch of sidewalk in my neighborhood that like started on top of a hill and like kind of went down really quick, and then like toward like the bottom when it kind of evens out, like there was like just like where the concrete just kind of like split, and like it was just like, so like every time it's just like that would make a sick jump off a skateboard, and ate shit every single time, but I tried every morning on my skateboard.
Oh my
god. Oh yeah, because you have to.
One day I was gonna land it, never did.
Yeah.
They never came. Oh my god.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
You're so right.
so right.
Story of my love life.
But no, going back to skydiving, that was something I legitimately really wanted to do most of my life, and it's purely because of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to do it in a snowboard.
That clip came up on my algorithm not too long ago. It was just like the full thing of like the entire sequence. It's just like, oh, dude, that looks so sick.
Yeah, it just they make it look so awesome.
I don't understand.
I wish they did like the indoor skydiving thing where they have you in the wind tube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
how was that?
It was fun. I'm like right at the weight limit where they're just like, we're not gonna let you like go high up or everything else like that. But they did take the time. It's just like, but it does mean like we'll be able to teach you some more of the actual maneuvers and like how to actually move yourself in space when you're free fall.
Okay.
So like how to use your hands to like kind of steer the direction you want to go and like how to like make yourself fall faster or slower.
Neat.
That was cool.
Huh. I would be afraid that I would be Willy Wonka'd, you know, where I just keep floating up and up and up, and then there's this fan above me.
Right.
Oh, God.
Well, instead it's below you, but they have a grate over it. But it is one of those things you can see in the fan, so it's just like you do have that like final destination like moment of just like imagining it's just like you just fall through the grate and just like get massacred by it.
Flashbacks to the PS1 Phantom Menace game.
Yeah. God, there was something in England that happened that made me think of Final Destination. I can't remember what it is.
No?
I think I was walking down like a street in Manchester and there was like something like in the middle of the walkway that made me go, it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing Final Destination shit today.
It's not for me. Meanwhile, I'm out on the roads looking for log hauling trucks.
So you can drive right next to them and just like, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cruise right here at the same speed as Falls.
Speaking of the John Hamm meme, I saw one of those where they're like, when it finally happens and the log hits you.
That is perfect.
Remember, kids, mental health is important. Make sure to talk to somebody.
I'm on antidepressants now. Yeehaw!
Yay! So am I.
My weed pen's in the bedroom.
I got a gram of shatter a couple weeks ago after taking like the longest tolerance break I've ever taken. Fuck, did that feel good to get back into weed after not being there for a while. That was just exquisite.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds a bit. I've been out of weed for a while, and it's funny because I've actually been sleeping way better. And I was like, wait, did I have a substance abuse problem? It's fine.
No, being in Ireland and having, you know, like alcohol for the first time in 3 months, and like it's just like the fact that I was feeling buzzed off of a Guinness was just like, oh, that's dangerous.
No, dude, I know that exact feeling because I gave up drinking for a year in 2019.
Yeah,
and a little bit in 2020. But my girlfriend at the time and we were both big Stephen King fans. So we, for Christmas that year, we got each other a weekend at the Stanley Hotel. This is taking way too long to tell. But we specifically went and got drinks at the bar from the Stanley, which is the influence for The Shining.
Yeah, you got to get your Jack Daniels.
Yeah. I, though, am trying to be a good boy, and I ask for a Shirley Temple because Shirley Temples are fucking delicious.
The best.
Bartender comes back and is like, all right, man, here's your dirty Shirley, and gives me a wink. I had never heard that term before. Have one Shirley Temple, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. I get off the bench at the bar, and I'm like, why am I buzzed? Why am I
No.
Why am I here right now?
Oh, that sounds so good. I want that right now.
Yeah.
One Dirty Shirley coming right up.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Delicious.
But yeah, I had never heard the term Dirty Shirley before. I'm 28 and they're like Dirty Shirley and I'm like, oh, okay.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some weed this weekend, and so I'm assuming that's gonna happen to me, and I'm very excited. So
it it is a wonderful feeling because I for almost a decade was a daily weed smoker, and like, wake and bakes on day off and like all of that. I took, like I said, it was the longest tolerance break. I hadn't had weed since January. So I took almost the entire year off, and to have that first hit and have I went super small. Like I got to be careful here. To have it hit and be like, oh, this is how I remember weed feeling when I first started smoking.
Yeah.
This is, oh my God.
Yeah. Now, my substance abuse problem right now is in caffeine and nicotine, which, is just like, just trading depressants for stimulants, because, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, I hit the I've only done it like 3 times now, but like, I've hit like that perfect like combination of like nicotine and coffee that where you just like feel right perfect. And the problem is you keep chasing it, and now you're just like, oh, you threw it off, and now you have anxiety, kid.
Yep. Now you got anxiety and a tummy ache.
The worst.
Now remember, kids, if you think something looks cool and you want to start doing it, don't.
Oh, I didn't think that's where it was going to go.
Yes.
I was like, and do. Oh, don't. No, don't. Don't do it.
Like, don't do drugs, kids. Give them to me. I will take care of it for you.
Every line of coke you snort is a line of coke a kid cannot. Do your part. This is not my joke. This is a trend that's been going around TikTok for a minute in the drug communities.
I was thinking about a bit since we just had Thanksgiving. There's just like, how like you have like different roles for family. So it's just like, oh, like, are you the crazy uncle? Are you the cool uncle? It's just like, I'm the uncle who catches you like drinking or smoking weed or something and take it from you, and just like your parents would be ashamed of you and then take a hit of it like right in front of them and walk off. Like, that's the uncle I have. It's just like, hey, this is really bad.
You should never ever do this.
Yeah.
Do not. This is good shit.
You take the joint.
Wait, who'd you buy this from?
And it's just like, hey, you think this looks cool? It is. But that's not the point.
It's almost that Family Guy joke where, which I'm referencing Family Guy. What the fuck? It's where Peter thinks Chris is smoking, and he's like, "Oh, you like cigarettes? Oh, you want to try? You think they make you look cool?" And he like hands him one. And he's like, "Hey, this actually does kind of feel good." And he's like, "Yeah." And can you imagine what it would be like after sex? How great a cigarette would feel after sex? Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness. That's good.
I haven't watched Family Guy since I was 18. How did my brain hold on to that?
It's a good bit.
I mean, now it's basically just like watch TikTok. You're going to see like every Family Guy clip you could ever imagine. You don't need to watch the show.
True. Okay. You know those Reddit AI stories?
Yeah.
This is not a shocking thing that I'm about to say. Most of them are fake. And I have never even been posted to Reddit. But there is a connected universe within these fake AI. The same company names are always brought up. The same family names are always brought up. And there's this whole shared universe among these fake Reddit stories that I've kind of become fascinated with over the last week. And it has destroyed my For You page. Absolutely destroyed it.
That's fascinating.
My algorithm's been inherently broken for months now. Like it's great because it means it's very easy for me to get off of TikTok whenever I'm doom scrolling. But like it is one of those things where it's just like, dude, I don't know what I did to break it, but it's bad.
Well, I was going to ask you too, because I don't know if this has been happening to you, because I've only heard like whispers of it, but I'm like, I've been getting some randomly super Christian alt-right ads and YouTube recommendations, and I'm like, what the fuck? I am so confused by it, because I'm like, I can't even think of anything adjacently that I've looked up, but I'm like, okay, it's just being pushed forward for everybody, right? I don't know if that's happening to you.
I don't know. Mine's evened out, but then again, like that's just because I'm not watching as many like motorcycle or gun channels. Because like obviously, like those.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. There's some overlap.
Yeah.
Those laid down a certain pipeline. I'm aware of it, and so I'm at least like when I see it, like I know it's just like no, I'm not gonna watch Ben Shapiro.
Have you on Instagram Reels specifically? Because I know you use Instagram more than I do. Because you're into motorcycles, because you're into guns, have you gotten that guy who goes to like motorcycle shows and uploads like back row clips of the wet t-shirt contests?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
That sounds like something that would be on my algorithm, but unfortunately,
it does. No. All right. It
sounds on brand for me.
Yeah, his content is just way in the back filming wet t-shirt contests and then just him walking around the bike show, not showing any of the bikes, not talking to anyone, not showing any of the stands, just walking through crowds. It is a weird fucking Instagram account.
That's wild.
But going back to your question, Brie, I have started getting a lot more really Christian stuff on my For You page.
Okay.
I haven't I haven't gotten right-wing stuff. That typically gets pushed to me on Reels. But yeah, the Christian stuff has been big.
It's been YouTube for me mostly. I will say TikTok for a while, which is like, I know this is like a section of this. People removing their tattoos, like the purity culture of it all.
Yeah.
Which is just like, that's a big thing right now, but it's YouTube a lot. YouTube, I get this random recommendation right at the top of just like some sort of Christian content. And today on Amazon, which I feel so bad, I like worried my boss because she's always thinking somebody's gonna hack us. I was shopping for literally like paper towels, and all of a sudden they're like, we thought you might like Charlie Kirk's book, God, The Path to God, and like literally like all of that. I was like, what? And I had to cut my boss was like, hey, just quick, like, is this something? She's like, what the fuck is happening? And she's like, she lost her mind. And like, I still can't explain that, but I'm just like, maybe enough people are really buying that stuff right now that they're like, well, we'll just push it out to everybody. Cause I'm like, I was literally looking at, medical supplies and paper towels. Like, it's pretty non-denominational, I would say. But yeah, fucking Charlie Kirk's book was the first recommendation. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's weird. I will say typically on YouTube, Reels content is like so red pill heavy because it's all just podcast clips, and most of the podcast clips like are from people who are on that pipeline. Speaking
of, in a weird way, did you see this is a several week old clip at this point, but Obama's former speechwriter talking about TikTok and the way that it affected public appearance of Israel and Palestine?
No.
It sounds like something I may have seen.
Okay, so the Obama's former speechwriter is on stage talking about how TikTok has changed the landscape and how media corporations don't control what the American people see anymore, and through websites like TikTok, people are becoming exposed to the truth, and that this is a bad thing because we did too good of a job teaching that the Holocaust was bad. And that, like, now people think when they see a genocide and they see a ruling power, mistreating, I think was the word she used, emaciated Palestinians, they immediately compare that to the Germans mistreating emaciated Jews, and they think that this shouldn't be happening. And her point was that it should be happening and that it's harder to lie to the American people than it used to be.
Holy fuck. That is so
right.
It's
and yeah, I was in a drive-through line and I just had TikTok scrolling while I'm sitting there, and that video starts, and it starts with the like, people are getting their information from more places, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing. And then she keeps going, and I'm like, wait, what do you? What?
Yep.
I mean, not surprising, but horrifying. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes.
I have said that like one of the bigger, I don't know necessarily problem, but the side effect of letting shorter form content things go longer, people have more opportunities to continue to like dig themselves a bigger hole.
Yeah. Well, this was at like a speech. She had been like
Yeah.
called, I think it was at a school. She was
Mhm.
called
Oh
in
yeah,
to like give this presentation.
yeah, it was like kind of a keynote kind of style thing. I remember seeing this and hearing that and having a similar reaction. It's just like that's not what you should be taking away from this. You should be taking away from the
Yeah.
fact that like this is a good thing that people, you know, see shit like this and understand it for what it is.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like the reality is, it's just like I'm not gonna necessarily defend algorithms because algorithms like TikTok, YouTube, doesn't matter what it is. Their only interest is to keep you on those platforms and watching, which is why
Absolutely.
we have like the alt-right pipelines and other things like that as it is, and the brain rot and all the other kinds of stuff that comes around with it, because basically it's just like,
6, 7.
yeah, like we don't care about anything else other than getting you. So like if giving you good information that engages you, cool, we'll give you that all day. But if you want stuff that's going to just spout bigoted bullshit or promote genocide or just basically just completely rot your brain, we'll show you that too. We're going to figure out what works for you, and we're going to make it incredibly niche, tailored specifically to what works for you by our definition of keeping you here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because like I was talking with a friend of mine, and like specifically how like their grandmother like ended up on like some kind of like crazy YouTube pipeline, and like there's just like, but like she just doesn't stop watching it. She just keeps listening and watching it, even though the fact that it's just like it's complete bullshit for the most part. It's just like
Yeah.
because YouTube's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you continue to watch this, we're gonna just keep feeding it to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and like I have one of my younger cousins, and part of the reason I went no contact with that segment of my family was because she got red pilled. They were
Mhm.
already Christian, and then it had been like a year since I've seen her. We're at a family thing, and she's spouting off about how the Holocaust doesn't exist, Trump is the second coming of Christ, and like all that. And I'm like, whoa, where the fuck
What
is
is
this
it?
coming from? Like, you were not this a year ago.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. I worry about my nephews all the time because I'm just like it happens so quickly, and I feel
Yeah.
like it can even like be in like I don't want to say like it comes from a positive place, but I'm just like it could start that way because I know
Yeah.
I've mentioned this before, but I think like people who do yoga and like the more spiritual girlies, that is a very quick pipeline up to like anything right wing, which I'm just like, oh my God, you are so close to the point. Like, I
Yep.
understand that, like,
Yeah.
okay, you want to find some cool alternatives, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden it's like, actually, this is why I don't take vaccines. And I was like, oh my God, wait, no, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Go back. Go back.
Yeah.
I talking about tarot and crystals. What do you mean?
Yeah, the fitness industry has been there. It's like, hey, you should be taking care of your body and working out and exercising, and then it's just like, hey, food is horrible for you. Take these supplements that nobody is testing, nobody knows what puts in them. Also, fucking, it's just like, back the blue and Blue Lives Matter and all this
Also,
stuff.
fat people shouldn't exist, and we should kill them all. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whoa,
It's
what
just
are we
like,
doing?
I was just like, what? Okay, what? Where are we? What is the lane we are even in right now?
It's so
Well, and
confusing.
it is. And that's what's kind of fun about like, because I don't use Reels very much. So it shows me like the most popular stuff. And it's typically red pill content. Whereas on TikTok, I am much more active and I'm in my bubble.
Yeah.
So it is kind of fun to go from like hyper left leaning content to red pill shit and be like, what the fuck is even happening over there?
Yeah.
How do you make sense of any of this? How like
Back in the day, a popular thing to do was actually like start a new TikTok account and just like have that blank slate and just see like what am I not getting. And like typically some of the first stuff they give you is like red pill content just to kind of like I guess test like the water of like does this go for you or not?
Let me tell you my experience of TikTok and why the TikTok I have now is my second one. My original one was for this exact purpose that you were just meaning, to have that clean slate. I didn't like anything. I didn't interact with anything. My first experience with TikTok was opening it, scrolling for a second. There was a song trend that was you would like change a couple of the words depending on like your LGBTQ affiliation. and then, have things that related to it at the end. Oh, that's kind of neat. This lesbian's doing it. Swipe again. Oh, this ace person's doing it. Swipe again. And it's a Christian doing a rendition of the song about how they're straight and proud and how queer is against the Bible and a sin. And I'm like, oh, this app is incredible. This app is phenomenal.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Horrifying. Yeah.
Hey.
What a nightmare.
I want the old internet back.
Dude, I was just thinking this the other day. It was like, because I was reacquainted with the phrase, the internet, the more it brings us together, the more it pushes us apart. And how 2010, 2011 me was like, fuck you, old man. And then I'm sitting here today, 33, going, I think we took this internet thing a bit too far.
I genuinely, I just bought, for the first time, I have a physical planner because I'm like, I rely on my phone for everything. And I'm just like, and this is one step closer to me not being on my phone so much because I'm just like, it is wild how fucking unhappy this thing makes me. And it's largely social media and the internet. I'm just like, and yet, to your point, it's the endless, infinite scroll. And we're all fucking miserable. Yeah. We all have a ton of information that is not correct. And we're just spreading it around. I think there's certainly something to be said about I want to be informed, but, to what end? We're all depressed as fuck, and I don't know what the answer is, but it's not fucking this. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I agree. Muppets Treasure Island, racism, Palestine, the internet is killing us all.
I was going to say really quick, I was like, oh, by the way, also Israel killed all the journalists, which is why you can't find anything about Palestine right now. So friendly reminder on that.
Just a friendliest reminder. Oh, and we're going to war with Venezuela. Why? Oil.
Why not?
Oh, we're doing another Vietnam?
Yeah.
That's the sequel I've been waiting for. That's the legacy sequel. Patrick H. Holmes is going to make a video on it.
Yeah. I was watching the Daily Show bit with Jon Stewart where he was comparing it to Iraq. It's just the Venezuela dictator looks a lot like Saddam Hussein, and they're comparing. It's well, the drug boat had WMDs in the form of fentanyl. And I was just like, oh, yeah, so we're doing that again.
Yeah, I saw that same clip. Yeah. It's wild. Also, it's Patrick H. Williams. I want to be very clear before people call me out. I was literally watching his video on legacy sequels before we started this call. So I just had to reopen Google and be like, oh, yeah, no, that's the right name. I saw that same clip.
Script. It's the exact same script. I can't believe they're doing it again. And people are just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Why not?
I feel like we've been here before. Have we been here before?
Hey, what's with the kill 'em all order? Doesn't that constitute as a declaration of war? No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I just want them all dead. That's not war.
Rules of engagement state that we don't do this?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Damn it, get the bottle away from Hexeth again.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
It's the worst timeline.
It is. And I was thinking about this too a few days ago, that it's none of us have had time to process any of it. And I was driving home from the grocery store and I got thinking about Charlie Kirk and the memorial and the way that Erica Kirk's been acting and all of the weird ass quotes coming out of her. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. But as it was happening, I'm just like, okay, cool. There's so many other things. I'll process this later. This weird shit that's happening over here.
Oh yeah.
We've had notes. I was going to mention really quick, because kind of adjacent. Hopefully you both saw Drew Gooden's last video about billionaires. It is so fucking good. And I'm just I feel like that is such a microcosm. Here's this person who makes kind of silly videos on the internet, who was originally here from Vine. He's like, I'm fucking done with all of this. And
yeah.
It's amazing video about all this. I was like, I'm right there fucking with you, my dude.
Well, and at the same time, you have Weird Al Yankovic. I don't remember how it's pronounced. The clown of ages, Yes, getting on stage, historically has never talked politics, has never said anything bad, gets on stage and sings Killing in the Name of.
And not a parody.
No change in lyrics. Not a parody.
Just
like, even the clowns are revolting.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are all so done.
I gotta add UHF to my list. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I keep on thinking about how like there was the jokes of like everybody was doing like 1920s parties when it switched to 2020. It's just like we got a plague and now we're also dealing with Great Depression and like wealth inequality and all this other shit. It's just like, you know, let's never enact the 20s ever again. let's learn our lessons.
Let's not. You know, I know The Great Gatsby makes it seem pretty great, but it was actually... Is that when The Great Gatsby's set? I've never read it.
Yeah,
it seems like it would be.
Yeah, can we fast forward to the FDR stuff? Like, and just get the Great New Deal stuff going? Because that stuff, that stuff was going in the right direction.
That was doing very well until the Green New Deal, the upcoming sequel, and then all the Republicans really didn't like that.
I would argue it was more Reagan. Nixon also kind of, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, wasn't Carter the one who was responsible for like a lot of the Green New Deal? Because that was why he didn't get elected for his second term.
Oh, okay, yeah. I associated Green New Deal with like what AOC was trying to kind of push through during Biden administration.
See, here we are again, you with the relevant references and me with something from the late 1970s. But I have Benjamin Button's disease, by the way. I feel it's time to like open up about that.
So how much longer until like you're in like Fight Club Brad Pitt mode? Like you still have like another decade? Or so?
How old was he in that movie? He was like 25, 27.
Yeah,
so
I'd say like late 20s.
I got like 8 more years.
All right,
I want to say until I'm at that point. Right. And then I guess I start shrinking into a regular sized baby. Like, no, he was a baby-sized old man. He grew into a man. He should be an old man-sized baby. That is the one flaw with this movie.
Yes, the one flaw with that movie.
What a timely reference this is.
I actually really like Benjamin Button. It's a pretty good movie.
I haven't thought about it in years. I couldn't speak to that.
Never actually seen it. Just like the concept is like, oh, he was born looking old and then gets younger. I was just like, that's weird. Anyways.
No, it's not just that he looks old. He has all of the same physical ailments as an old person. And so as he ages, he gets healthier as well as younger.
2008, by the way.
I was wondering. Me and a few friends in high school went to see that movie. All of my like film people, because it's a David Fincher, and we all liked Fincher.
Yeah.
We go, and there was this one friend in our group who came with us who was not a film person. And for the first 20 minutes, it was just him loudly complaining until we finally had to be like, dude, you need to shut the fuck up or leave. Like,
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, Muppet Treasure Island really brings the people together.
My favorite joke in Muppets Treasure Island is young Tom, old Tom, and dead Tom. And then later in the movie where they're like, Long John Silver, he killed dead Tom. And they're like, but wasn't he always dead? And, oh, yeah. And then he just drops the skeleton.
I do love that joke. It's so good. I kept bringing it up because I couldn't remember how it went. So I was like, but I know it's
yeah, that has always been my favorite joke in the entire movie.
Amazing.
Followed maybe a little bit behind by they meet the entire crew and Kermit's like, all right, can I see you in my cabin real quick? And he's like, who the fuck hired all of these scoundrels? This is the worst crew I've ever seen.
So cute.
Aw. Kitty cat.
Baby. Daddy man.
Oh.
All right. Well,
My dog jumped up when he heard kitty cat.
He's like, where?
Where's the cat?
Anyways, I think that's about time to start wrapping up the show, which means we need to do our next homework assignment. So, as we're getting closer to the end of the year, last year we took a little bit of a hiatus. This year, I decided let's just kind of like roll into it, but we're gonna have a pretty open-ended homework assignment, and we're gonna do Nerd Show and Tell again. So,
Yes.
kind of the basic rules is more or less come into it with like something that you've engaged with recently, and talk to us about it like completely blind. And it could be a thing, it could be a piece of media. It doesn't really matter what it is, and just kind of like, I guess, more or less pitch it to us. I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
Oh no, I have no idea, and I don't remember what I've shown you before. So.
That's the other thing. We're at the place with this show. Like, I've been making this list. We're at the place with the show where I'm having to go back through our episodes and be like, oh no, we already did do the Fifth Element. Okay, all right. But no, I got a 4.5 hour video essay I'm going to be pitching to you guys, I think.
Let's go.
Oh boy. So Jenny,
Hey,
let's
YouTube
go.
algorithm loves those 4-hour video essays. I don't know why.
Yo, they're good. They're real good. Oh, it's one of the, it's that joke of like, oh, YouTuber I like posted a 15-minute video. That's a bit long. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Oh, other YouTuber who uploads once a year put out a 4-hour documentary. Hell yeah, up on a subject that I don't care about. Watching the entire thing.
So true.
Oh, man.
That's every Jenny Nicholson video ever. It's just like,
I was hoping that's what you're going to pitch to us, because I'm already in. I love her videos, and I hate Star Wars notoriously.
It's Jenny adjacent is what I'll say. Jenny has worked with this YouTuber in the past.
Okay, I'm excited. I'll figure out something. I don't know.
Anyways, that's our show. Thank you everybody so much. I'm TCK Media Productions on most platforms. You can find that Seth23 on the Tiki Talkies, and then you have Raccoon Loon Bree, and you know, she's been on hiatus from a lot of different things, but you can always catch her on the show.
I don't want to talk about it.
Respectable. That's our show. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.